welcome back. We're going to Rainbow Ride again. I remember I didn't have too much luck here last time, but I only have 2 stars. Hopefully I did better last time at staying to 20 minutes. I really don't want to go over 20 minutes. For some reason, since I moved out a couple months ago, I've been feeling kind of bad about giving, like I don't give any money to charity, or to like the church that I go to. It's weird. It's a weird system with the church because all their money is based off donations. So if you go, you kind of feel like, well, I should be giving some money. You feel kind of guilty about it. So I gave some money. I know you're not supposed to you're not supposed to talk about it when you give money, but nobody's watching this anyway, so I feel okay about it. When I was growing up, my dad always made a big deal about the 10% thing. I don't know if that's like a Catholic thing. I go to a Protestant church. And I'm pretty sure it doesn't say in the Bible, like, you should give 10%. I don't know where that comes from. It definitely sounds like a Catholic thing. It's hard to imagine, like, God being up in heaven with, like, an abacus and being like, oh, Anthony, you gave 12% today. You're feeling generous. Or, oh, you only gave 8%. Why so low this time? It doesn't make sense for me for God to operate that way. I mean, didn't Jesus say, like, you're supposed to give 100% of everything away if you want to get into heaven? Look at that move. Whew. That's the only thing I remember about giving. The rich man comes and he's like, how do I get into heaven? And God's like, Jesus is like, give all your stuff away. It's that easy. Just give everything away. But the Catholic Church is like, well, if you give everything away, then you can't be making more money for us to take. So give us 10% and you keep the 90%. And then I guess they thought it out pretty well. It was like, well, if you give 100%, it's only going to be a one-time thing, like, well, $50,000. But if you give 10% over your entire life, it's like hundreds of thousands of dollars. And it's like a steady stream of income. Uh-oh. That's more cynical than I was intending to get in this episode, but I mean, how else? It doesn't say in the Bible to give 10%, so where else does it come from? It definitely sounds like something the Catholic Church would say. I I guess this episode is gonna be me criticizing the Catholic Church. I guess I don't know. I never thought that I had that many opinions on it, but I just was thinking of some stuff now. I guess it's easy to hate on the Catholic Church. They do a lot of bad stuff over the past 2,000 years. A lot of the stuff they've like, I mean, this is just what Protestantism is, and like why Martin Luther is a thing. They just made everything into rules, like they turned into like Pharisees almost, where like they made everybody have to feel like they had to follow these rules for like God to accept them, and for like to get into heaven or whatever. And that's like exactly what the Pharisees did, and why Jesus was so upset with them. He was like, I have to simplify this for you guys. You know, there's no 10 commandments anymore. There's 2 commandments: love God and love your neighbor. If you're doing anything that doesn't follow those 2 things, then you're doing it wrong. And everybody's like, whoa, that's so crazy. It's not that crazy. Just stop following rules so much if you're hurting people. And it seems like the whole like creating rules thing, it seems like such a human perspective. Like, it seems so weird for God to be like creating rules for humans to follow. For me, I don't know if other people feel that way, but it doesn't seems weird for him to operate that way. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's like sacrilege to say, but like, I know there's the 10 commandments and everything. But maybe Moses was just like, these guys really don't get it. I'm gonna have to go up to this mountain and pretend like I'm talking to God, and then come down with these stones and be like, God told me you can't steal, okay? So stop stealing stuff. That's probably like sacrilegious to say, but that's I just don't imagine God operating that way, of like creating rules. And so that would apply to the 10 commandments too. That would be something like Moses came up with, to be like, we're really not going to get anywhere if you guys keep stealing stuff and murdering people. So can we like stop doing that? Tricky triangles. I mean, it's not impossible. I don't that Moses talked to God directly. I just don't. I feel like sometimes people do the worst things in the world when they take the Bible literally, and they feel like they have it all understood. Like, don't try to understand all the specifics and all the rules, and like just love your neighbor. That's the most important thing. If you're not doing that, then God won't be happy. But like, you can do the worst thing in the world, misinterpreting the Bible and following a rule the wrong way. I always forget if it was Galileo or Copernicus who was put in jail by the Catholic Church for saying that the I'm not gonna make it. Oh, we're saying that the Earth went around the sun instead of the sun. Instead of, the heliocentric thing versus the, what's the other one? Ethnocentric? No, that doesn't sound right. So, I was really curious, like, why did the Catholic Church feel so strongly about the Earth going, or the sun going around the Earth? And I looked it up on Wikipedia. Thank you, Wikipedia. And it really does say in the Bible, like, at least 5 times, the Earth is fixed in its position in the stars. Like, the Earth cannot move. The Earth is in the center. It says that a bunch. I don't know how to get this star. So it's like, okay. That's a fine misunderstanding. Like, it makes sense why they would think that. Like, okay, the Earth is the center of the universe. The Bible says a bunch of stuff, but obviously they misinterpreted it because it's not. So it's easy to think people are doing the same thing today. People are definitely misinterpreting the Bible, for sure. So the solution to that would be, maybe just don't make rules, like, based on the Bible, obviously. I mean, we had that figured out a while ago, but theocracies are not a good idea because people can twist the Bible to say whatever they want, and then it's like, you can't argue with them because it's like, well, God said this, so are you arguing with God? And then there's no due process. Somewhere over the rainbow. Is it over here? Let's see if I can figure this out. I guess this is a very religious episode. I also had a note about praying, because I started doing that actually only a couple weeks ago, before I went on the vacation, because I had like a really, really bad day at work, and I was like, maybe I should try this praying thing. Like, I pray kind of, but I don't really do it the way I know I'm supposed to. Like, I'll just say, in the morning, I usually just say, like, God, like, help me have a good day and help me be a good person. That's the thing I always say. I got those 2 stars already, so where do I go? It really, on the way home from work, I prayed for like a half an hour, and it really helped to like focus for, there must be something up here. Nope. Oh, that's it. I remember now, but I don't remember how to get the cannon. I guess it's obvious. For other people might call it like, meditation helps me. Like, I have to be quiet and focus, and so I guess that's kind of what I did. It's impossible to know, like, there we go. If you really are talking to somebody or not. I mean, obviously it's impossible to know. There's no way to test it or to prove it, to know if anybody's really listening or what's the point. And it's a little weird at first to like pretend to talk to somebody because you don't really feel like you're talking to anybody. But it did really help. It helped when you, I don't know, I want to give an example. I really feel like I need to see a therapist. So I've been feeling like that for like years, like my entire life almost. And I know I need to ask. Oops, sorry, my throat hurts. I know I need to ask my. Oh, I know where he is. He's at the top of this. I need to ask my parents for help with that because I don't know if it's like how to do it or if it's going to be a lot of money or if it's covered because I'm still under my parents' insurance. So like, I don't know if it's covered or like what doctors I can use. So I need their help and I have to ask them about it. And that's going to be the hardest part for me. So I just... How do you get up there? I know he's at the top of this maze. So I just never knew how to do it. I don't know what I'm doing and like... How am I supposed to ask them? It's going to be too hard. Maybe I'll just eventually get better. And I kind of did think like that for a long time. Like, well, I'll probably just get better eventually. Older people just have less anxiety, so. But it never really got better. And so I prayed about it the first time I prayed. Oh. Is it like that, really? Sorry, I have to focus on this. Okay. I know what to do. That wasn't it. And just framing my thoughts instead of just like getting trapped in my own head and like thinking about it. Instead of doing that and framing it like a prayer and like putting your thoughts out to like the cosmos or whatever you want to call it. It framed it differently and it made it easier to come up with like to like have a conversation with somebody and to like realize I came up with a plan for how to ask my parents and I'm gonna do it. Hopefully by the end of this month, July. Maybe I'll put it off for another month, but I really have a good plan. And it's so stupid to call it a plan. It's just, I'm going to send them an email with all my thoughts. I didn't know how to do it. I was like praying about it and I'm like, I can't call them, right? So I was like, tell me. I've been thinking about therapy for a long time. Tell me if you think it's what I should do, or tell me if you think I'll be fine without it, or if I could just do it with your help. Like, can you help me, or what do you want me to do? And it's interesting when you're praying and like something comes to your mind, you think, okay, oh God, give me that idea. So it's like, welcome back, but not really. I think what happened was I ran out of space on my computer and it just stopped recording. So I lost like 5 minutes. And I just felt weird about having the episode just cut off like that. So I wanted to just add this to the end. I was getting kind of deep about praying and therapy. I don't know if I can get back to that place. I was kind of panicking because I looked over to the computer and it was like the Audacity program was gone. I was like, what? Did I lose everything? Did I even have it open? But I think it just shut off when it hit full space. I didn't realize I had like a bunch of my YouTube videos just stuck on the hard drive. And I panicked a little bit, but I'm glad. It was funny, I was kind of feeling like I didn't do a good job this week. But once I saw the videos, I was like, no, I need those. I did a good job. I said all that stuff. Now I have to say it again. So I'm glad I only lost 5 minutes. I was talking about, I don't think I'll remember. I just had like a mini panic attack, so all those thoughts are gone. Okay, this is where you have to go like this, then like this, then like this. Okay, we're good. And we get an extra star, so that's nice. If I can make this shot. Why isn't it centered? That's bugging me. It's like off to the right. Okay, here we go. Oh, there's a guy up here. I don't think I ever got that one as a kid. That's kind of complicated. Okay, that's almost 5 minutes. Kind of bummed that I feel like I talked about some stuff at the end of the episode that I felt good about, but I'm glad I didn't lose 2 hours worth of stuff. It's only 5 minutes. I can go up to the top. But I don't really feel like it. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I've got a lot of stars. Dire Ducks. I should go back to Dire Ducks. Okay. I'll do that tomorrow. See you tomorrow.